Welcome students, welcome once again to our YouTube channel, the Turito YouTube channel and its TEJAS series. Those were the question, the first question you were expected to solve today and post the answer. So again, so with that statement, actually I remember one thing, that I will request you all to post your answer using the comment box, okay, so that I see that will give me the feeling that whether are you trying it, you are trying it genuinely or not. Okay, so let's start. So we'll be solving the first question, which is we have to find the least argument of z. Find z having least argument where modulus of z minus 3 and then plus 3 iota is less than equal to 3. So we have to find that z which satisfy this inequality and has minimum argument okay. See, let us analyze this inequality with the help of geometry, and then I always say whenever you have to analyze an inequality with the help of geometry, you should always go for its corresponding equality. So let's start with the corresponding equality. So I will be writing it in this form. Now all of us know which equation or which curve is being represented by this equation. This is similar to modulus of z minus z naught is equal to r, which represents a circle whose center is z naught and radius is r. So radius is the r here, okay. So compare it with that one. So you know that this is a circle with center at 3 minus 3 iota. So that is 3 comma minus 3 in which quadrant? In fourth quadrant. And radius is also 3. So if I draw this equality part, that means the curve on argand plane, of course, the complex plane or argand plane. So center is 3 comma minus 3 and radius 3. So that means it's a circle that touches both the axes. So that's a circle here. That looks like a circle, I believe. Okay. So that's the center here, 3 comma minus 3. Now we have this inequality which is less than 0. So equal to 0. See, that's why I always suggest to draw or to go for equal to 0, because see, or equality gives us a curve, then inequality will give us a region either inside the curve or outside the curve. See, you remember one statement at least in 2 dimension, and that statement is that any curve divides the 2-dimensional region or plane in 2 parts or in 2 regions. Okay, so one region will be the solution of one inequality and the other one will be the solution of other inequality. So if you have that curve, it's really very easy to predict which region is going to be like to get represented by which inequality. So what are we looking for? We are looking for the solution of this one. And what does this represent? This represents distance of any z from the point 3 comma minus 3. And this distance has to be less than or equal to 3. So when that distance is equal to 3, you got a point on the circle. So if this distance is less than 3, you will get a region which lie inside the circle. Isn't that, bachcho? So all of you will agree, I think. So that means we have z which lie inside the region. So which z gives us the minimum arguments? Of course, this is the z with minimum argument whose argument is 0. Whose argument is 0. Achha, anyone can say because it lies in fourth quadrant, then it's in fourth quadrant, and the argument of this z where the circle touches the imaginary axis, its argument is minus pi by 2. Okay, but in that case, see, in that case I will say that answer according to me that minimum argument should be 0, and in that case this z at which you get the minimum argument is nothing but 3 plus 0 iota, which is 3 here. Okay, otherwise we talk about amplitude also. Amplitude is in terms of minimum value of argument in terms of its modulus or minimum absolute value of the argument, but according to me the answer should be 0. So the point of taking up the question was its geometrical aspect. I think this would have been a better question if this circle wouldn't have touched the axis, rather it would have been something in this form, then it would have been a better question. Okay, so maybe I will try to bring one such question where we will have to make that calculation also to decide the z for minimum argument. Here is very clearly visible. Okay, so there was no such calculation. The importance of this question lies in its geometrical interpretation, bachcho. So that's it. So that was the first question. We will bring the solution of the next question tomorrow.